Okay, everyone, Mike here with the watch list video for Friday, February 7th. I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. We got a lot of new faces in chat, so if you're one of the new faces, please pause the video and read that. It's a good description of what we're all about. I like to start these videos with hat tips before I get into anything. QNTM. Let me make sure I have this right. Actually, I'm an idiot. Wrong symbol. But I'll show you this real quick. I did point out the cup and handle right there. And so anyone that took the handle break, I didn't give an official price, was probably right around 16.28 and went in I don't know, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, went to 18. And I know some of y'all took it because I saw you celebrating. But that's not what I meant to start off with. It was RNAZ, which was really an interesting situation. So it was gapping up and had a big run in pre-market that gave most of it back. So it made it a little bit interesting. But if you look at yesterday's high, that was 1270. And it was gapping up, but still below 1270. So my thinking is if I get a red to green or an opening range breakout, 1270 could be another catalyst. And it was, right? And it took it, and I said this over the mic, it took it to 1425. But let's look at it on 5 minutes. For those that didn't have sound on, you missed a pretty nice call. So this was the opening 5-minute candle. Look what it did in pre-market. Went all the way to 1450, pretty much gave it all back, but then kind of grinded higher towards the opening bell. So there's the opening 5-minute candle, topped out at 1187. That's why I said over the mic, I like this over the high of day because it's going to pretty much take out VWAP to the upside. And you've got yesterday's high, as I said, at 1270, which is, right about there. And it ripped through that too. And I don't know, I saw a bunch of you celebrating. I made a killing on that. And it took about 10 minutes tops. And that's what I usually don't trade early, but that setup was too interesting to me. And then Robin makes the highlight video again, GRRR. Look at this, pop and flag. And she just called it right there through 1750. And, within what, 20 minutes? 1850. And never really looking back. I mean, yes, it came back later, but we're day traders. You get long and you get that kind of a response, you should be selling into that. And hat tip to Robin for another great call. All right, so that's a couple highlights, but I want to get into the video of what we're watching for tomorrow. So let's do that. SGBX. The scuttlebutt is that the Trump administration is considering using containers for detention facilities or something. Don't quote me on any of this because I'm a trader. I'm more interested in trading and the reaction on stocks, to the headlines. And that was the headline. And I want to say it was WSC was what they mentioned. And that's what that volume spike there was. But then another headline came out that SGBX makes those containers. I don't know, but it had a really nice pop. A hat tip to Kevin P for getting me in that one today. I had a nice trade in that one. But anyway, we're going to watch that one tomorrow. SATL. You can just kind of picture a trend line here and a little extra volume, and it's breaking the trend line to the upside. I don't know if it had news. MSPR. Also don't know if it had news, but that's pretty good volume and a strong close. NBIS. There's not really a chart set up here. But because I'm a day trader and I happen to be around, look at that volume. Somebody posted the volume in chat. I was like, that's a pretty big move from low of day to high of day. Something might be up there. So for that reason, even though the chart's not that interesting, it is an AI stock. And I don't know if you saw what PLTR did today, but man, right? So maybe that's maybe it was just a sympathy to PLTR. I don't know. But NBIS goes on watch. RANI. I don't know if that's... It looked like it was going to close stronger than it did. Nice volume, but if it takes out today's high tomorrow, I might give it a try. Would have rather had a green candle there. APPS, massive breakout today. I caught one pullback entry in it and kind of botched it because I took some off for a gain and then moved my stop to break even too soon. But anyway, that's a really strong move, so that one goes on watch. LTRY, talked about this massive move today. In after hours, I pointed out that it was curling up and getting close to the earlier high of day. And this is something that I do a lot. Okay, so it closed pretty strong, right? But it was also halting a lot. So look what happens in after hours. After hours, it tops out at 147, pulls back a little bit, back through like 147. You've got the earlier high of day above, and short's kind of in trouble if it breaks that. And you can see what happened to take that through that 147. And the halts are off the table in after hours. So anytime you have a scenario like that, they're absolutely worth watching in after hours, and you see what it did. Really, really nice move there. Anyway, this one goes on watch tomorrow. A lot of traders are watching it. It's certainly extended, right? ELF. This one's interesting because I've had it on Bounce Watch. And then they reported earnings today. And let me figure out where it is right now as I'm talking to you. It's at $65.50. So I already had this on Bounce Watch because it's so beaten up, and now it's set to open wherever it opens tomorrow, a huge gap down. I'm going to treat this like a potential gap down bounce play setup, and you guys know what I look for. So that one is interesting for a potential long tomorrow. Like I said, it's really beaten up going into earnings. I didn't think the earnings looked that bad, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. EL is also in that space, and another red day there. That one goes on Bounce Watch as well. And then I'm putting Pinterest, PINS on Gap Watch, because as I'm talking to you, it's trading at 40 bucks after earnings. May want to watch AFRM also. That one's trading at 69 after hours. That's a huge gap up. I think there's a lot of shorts in that name. And if you don't know, Amazon reported after hours, and Amazon is trading at 226-ish. So there's the daily, and it's trading down at 226-ish. So that might shake up the market a little bit. They had earnings. All right. Anyway, I'm done babbling. We'll see you guys in chat. Have a great night.